Welcome to Lingua Wire English A1. Today, we have two stories, Europe and Australia. For help, see full transcripts and vocabulary at linguawire.com. Europe calls an emergency meeting on migration. Now we go to Ella, our Lingua Wire correspondent for Society.
The European Union will hold emergency talks on Tuesday.
So this is a fast response from Europe.
Yes, the talks are about Ceuta, a Spanish place in North Africa. People came from Morocco. The border soon became tense.
How many people are we talking about?
Officials say some 60,000 migrants entered Ceuta. That is why this story moved so fast across Europe.
What has happened since then?
Officials say almost everyone who reached Ceuta on 30th July returned to Morocco. But deaths from the crossings had risen to at least 67.
That is a very serious number.
It is, and it pushed the EU to talk about the border. 22 member states signed a joint letter. They asked for action together and stronger outer borders.
So the EU countries are trying to speak with one voice.
That is the idea, yes. But not all governments reacted in the same way.
What was the split?
Spain said some reactions were selfish, polarizing and unlawful. Italy stopped the Schengen border-free arrangement with Spain.
And other countries supported Italy.
Yes, Finland and Denmark backed that move. So the dispute was not only about migrants. It was also about how EU countries should answer the crisis.
What did Spain say in its own letter?
Prime Minister Pedro Sánchez said he worried about some European governments. He said Spain took back border control in under 48 hours.
And did Spain say people could move on in Europe?
No, Spain said it stopped unauthorized onward movement towards continental Europe. So the short-term border problem came down fast. But the bigger question is how the EU will act together.
Australia mixes old knowledge and new tech to fight fire. Now we go to Ethan, our Lingua Wire correspondent for technology.
A fire expert in Australia is combining two kinds of knowledge.
That sounds useful right now.
It is. The expert is Marta Yebra, and she works in Canberra. She says Europe's wildfires feel close to home.
Why does Australia matter in this story?
Because Australia is one of the world's fire-prone places. Yebra has spent years working on ways to fight blazes there.
And her centre was set up after a big fire season?
Yes, her team leads the Bushfire Research Centre of Excellence. It began after the Black Summer fires of 2019 and 2020. Those fires burned a huge area like the UK.
That is a very large area.
It is, and it showed why better fire plans matter. Her team looks at satellites, drones, and AI. These tools can help find fires earlier.
So the technology is only part of the answer.
Exactly, it works together with people on the ground. Experienced firefighters know the land and the fire signs.
And there is also older local knowledge, right?
Yes, Indigenous knowledge is very important in Australia. The report says this knowledge has passed down for thousands of years. Indigenous people used fire long before Europeans arrived.
How is Yebra using that knowledge now?
She led a project joining old knowledge with satellite images. The images can show how much water is in the land.
Fuel moisture content sounds technical. What does it mean?
It means how much water is in plants and ground. Dry leaves, grass, shrubs, and bark can give fire more fuel.
So the images help people see risk areas.
Yes, they help find places where a fire might break out. But the report says this data is only part of the picture. The main idea: use modern tools and old wisdom together.
First, 3 words from Story 2. Satellites, machines in space that take pictures of the Earth. In the story, satellites helped spot fire risk. Example: the satellite showed a dry field. Moisture means water in something, often in air or ground. In the story, fuel moisture content meant water in the land. Example: the bread lost moisture in the hot room. Fuel, something that burns and gives firepower. In the story, dry leaves and grass were fuel for fire. Example: the dry wood was good fuel. Now the grammar point is going to. We use is going to for a future plan or action. The European Union is going to hold emergency talks. Her team is going to study fire risk. Repeat after me. Is going to hold. If LinguaWire is helping you, the kindest thing you can do to support our growing team and language learning program is leave a rating wherever you're listening. It's how other learners find the show. And if something could be better, tell us through the feedback form at linguawire.com.